Today, we're going to dive into something called EMDR Intensives. It's a really powerful way to get at deep, rapid healing. And, if you've ever had that feeling, that sense that something from your past is kind of holding you back, then you're definitely in the right place. So let me just ask you this straight up and really think about it for a sec. Do you ever feel like your past is holding you back? Almost like there's this invisible weight just keeping you from really moving forward? For so many of us, that feeling is absolutely real. It's the kind of thing that can really mess with your self-esteem. Maybe it creates tension in your relationships, and it stands in the way of living that happy, full life you know you deserve. It's a super common struggle, but here's the thing, it doesn't have to be permanent. Okay, so what exactly are these past issues we keep talking about? Well, a lot of the time, the root of it all is trauma. And really getting a handle on what that is, that's the first big step towards healing. Yeah, and the thing to know about trauma is that it's a really broad term. It's not just one specific thing. I mean, it can come from stuff like childhood abuse or neglect, or maybe growing up around family substance abuse or violence, any kind of really tough family situation, really. But it can also come from more recent things, like a single traumatic event. But here's the really good news. No matter where it comes from, there is a proven way to tackle these challenges. So let's shift gears now from the problem to a really powerful solution that's all about accelerated healing. And that solution is called EMDR. Now, that's a bit of a mouthful. It stands for eye movement desensitization and reprocessing. But what it really is, at its core, is a clinically proven therapy that helps your brain reprocess those really tough life experiences. It uses things like side-to-side eye movements to help your brain's own natural healing system get, unstuck. It's like it helps you file that memory away correctly, so it doesn't cause all that emotional distress anymore. And we can actually take this a step further with what's called an EMDR intensive. So instead of your typical weekly 1-hour appointment, this is a super concentrated format. We're talking about dedicated sessions, a half day, a full day, maybe even a few days, all designed to make faster, more focused progress. So here's the main difference, right? It's all about the pace. Traditional weekly therapy, that's more of a gradual journey, It's spread out over weeks and months. But with EMDR intensives, you're concentrating all that powerful therapeutic work into a much shorter, more focused block of time. It lets you dive deep and can help you get to those results way faster. And get this, it's not just for what you might think of as big T trauma. EMDR is also amazing for tackling things like performance anxiety. I'm talking about stuff like the fear of public speaking, or those creative blocks that just won't budge, or even good old-fashioned stage fright. It can seriously help you unlock your peak performance in pretty much any area of your life. Now, it's really important to say this. This kind of deep, focused work, it absolutely requires a skilled and experienced guide. I mean, when you're getting into these core issues, you have to be sure you're working with a real expert. Just listen to what Dr. Carol J. White says. She calls Linda an amazing therapist, very compassionate, knowledgeable, and experienced. She points out the comprehensive approach. That's huge. You can just feel that combination of skill and genuine care, and that's exactly what you want. And here's another one from Dr. Jonathan Polin. He calls her an EMDR expert and an outstanding therapist. But listen to this last part, because this is everything. He says, I have referred my own patients to her. Wow. I mean, when a doctor trusts someone enough to send their own patients to them, that says it all. That is the highest level of trust right there. And that trust, it comes from some serious expertise. We're talking about being a certified EMDR therapist, an EMDRIA-approved consultant, but this next one is incredible. She actually trained with the founder of EMDR, Francine Shapiro, herself. I mean, you can't get much closer to the source than that. That's a whole different level of knowledge. Okay, so you combine this powerful therapy with a real expert to guide you through it. What does that actually lead to? What does healing really look like? What kind of future can you even begin to imagine? Well, here it is in her own words. Linda says, I love to support others on their journeys of healing from their pasts, reaching their fullest potential, and creating their own perfect lives. You see? It's not just about stopping the bad stuff. It's about starting the good stuff. It's about reaching your fullest potential and creating the life that you want. That's true empowerment. So when you boil it all down, that's the whole point, isn't it? The goal is to move forward, to truly heal. Because once you do that, you get the freedom, you get the clarity, you get to build that life you've always been dreaming about.
So, if anything we've talked about today is resonating with you, that feeling of being stuck or that hope for something better, you might be wondering, okay, what's the first step? And you know what? It's actually really, really simple.
Really, it just comes down to two things. The very first one, that happens inside you. It's just acknowledging, you know what, I'm ready for a change. And once you're there, the second step is super easy. You just book a free 15-minute consultation, no pressure, no commitment. It's just a chance to learn more. So I'm just going to leave you with this one last question to think about. Seriously, take a second and ask yourself this. If you could really truly heal from the past, if you could move forward with total confidence and clarity, what could your future look like? Just imagine that.